people making a difference in the Tulsa community. Special guest interviews spotlighting local businesses to covering important issues within the community no one else is talking about. The hot topics and more. Ladies and gentlemen, this is World One Development's News You Can Use. Week 3, January 2025, with your hosts, Mr. Charles Harper and Damali Wilson.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use. We want to thank everyone for either listening on the radio, watching us on Facebook Live, or on www.Kbob89.9.com, or tuning into any of the News You Can Use media networks, which are powered by World One Development. We really appreciate that. I am your hostess with the mostest, Miss Damali Wilson.
And I'm Charles Harper. It's Wednesday, a.k.a. Hump Day, January 15th, 2025. And we are live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on Kbob 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Network, powered by World One Development. We are set for an exciting show, you guys. You better call your mom and them and tell them you can dial in at 918-856-3073 or post your comments on our Facebook Live feed at World One Development.
So on today's show, North Tulsa developments are booming. How can the community and entrepreneurs get involved?
Oh, yep. We'll also have live in studio special guests, Mr. Chuck and Miss Amber Apunta, who are developers in Tulsa. Join us and find out what they are working on.
And of course, our Hump Day hot topics, which are diversity, equity, and inclusion, is out with a lot of companies. Get the latest list. Department of Justice report is in on the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre survivors. Find out what they said. And Super Bowl 59 yields another first for African American history. Find out what, birthdays, and more.
This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM. And News You Can Use with Charles and Damali, and we will be right back.
And this segment of the show is brought to you by J. Friday and Friends. The Love is in the Air Valentine's Day Show, February 14th at the 36th Street North Event Center. For tickets, go to ticketstorm.com or call 918-853-1062.
All right.
36th Street North. Hello, this is Charles Harper.
And I'm Damali Wilson.
We getting fired up for our News You Can Use.
Yes, on KBOB 89.9.
We look forward for you tuning in. We're going to have a good time. We got a whole lot of hot topics.
And we're going to be here every Wednesday,
1 p.m.
for World One Development's News You Can Use
on KBOB 89.9 FM.
The Juice Radio Show and KBOB 89.9 would like to say thank you to all of our listeners and sponsors who donate to help keep our media program alive, reaching the community. The Juice Radio Network continues to expand as influencers in the community of North Tulsa and beyond, but can't do that without your help. That's why it's important that we as a community continue to support the Juice Radio Show and keep 89.9 on the air. The community not only deserves this service, but needs this service. Let's continue to support the mission and giving a voice to the voiceless and donate to the Juice Radio Show. The Juice Radio Show is a nonprofit 501c3 powered by KBOB 89.9 and Eden Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the Juice Radio Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106.
It's Tulsa, Tulsa. I see you here in Tulsa. I'm in Tulsa chillin'.
We appreciate your continued support and thanks for listening to KBOB 89.9 FM.
This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on News You Can Use Media Network, powered by World One Development.
Okay, and we are back. So News You Can Use is all about shedding some light on the positive happenings in our community. There are many great businesses, programs, and events occurring in our neighborhood, and we felt the community needed to hear about those things, one, so we can support, and two, so we can be informed.
What's going on, family? I'm Charles Harper, Chief Executive Officer of World One Development, which includes Fitting Back In, Edgerbeck Youth and Family Fun Center, 36th Street North Event Center, and NYCU.FM. My job, because the world wants to know, is to provide leadership for all aspects of World One Development, with the emphasis on long-term goals, growth, profits and a return on that investment. And I am so excited and I am so elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
And I'm Damali Wilson, Chief Operating Officer for World One Development. And my job is designing and implementing business operations and establishing policies that promote company culture and vision. I am also in charge of social media for all of the World One Development entities. If you would like to advertise your business or organization on this show or any of our other individual platforms, please inbox me your contact information on Facebook Messenger so we can talk. I am also happy and elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
Damali, happy hump day.
I know, right?
Happy Humpty Day to those that are just now waking up because this new year came in so fast. I don't know what's going on. So happy new year to everybody.
You know what? I am like, where did 15 days go? Like, wasn't it just New Year's like yesterday?
I know. And what is the standard? So I keep telling people happy new year when I haven't seen them yet.
I do too.
Just because they be like, oh my God, for real, I haven't seen you since now. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Where you been? But when is the cutoff? Is the cutoff, 3 weeks in, a month? Now, February, I know it's too late.
Yeah, February is too late.
How far can you go?
It's just over. Yeah.
So
but I do the same thing, so
I
I don't know. I don't really know what the cutoff is. We just make up our own rules.
I will put it like this. If we don't catch you before MLK Day, which is this Monday.
Yeah.
Then we're going to say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We'll do it just like that. Period. So Happy New Year. Hey, we got a loaded show.
We do have a loaded show. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good.
This weather, man, it's just still, do you know how to dress?
No.
I know you got a beanie on and a long sleeve. I got a jacket.
Got boots on.
Yeah, I think I got.
Put on tennis shoes. Like,
I
had
don't know. Thermals, then take them off.
Yeah,
then
yeah,
boots,
yeah,
you don't. Because last week it was cold.
Then
the week
I had
before.
A scarf, and I was like, scarf, yes, no, I don't know.
Are you warm-natured or cold-natured?
I'm cold-natured.
Yeah, see, I'm warm-natured. Mm-hmm. So I done went from all that to a T-shirt. So, yeah, y'all just work,
so you have
work with your brother.
Like a stack of clothes on your bed.
Work
like,
with your cousin.
What's going on? Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm going to be all right, though.
It's crazy. So, you know what? We want to give a huge shout-out today to the Booker T. Washington High School football coach, Dan Bitson, and Dr. Sylvia Chandler over at Booker T. Washington. They actually had their football banquet.
Uh-oh.
Now, you know I got to say.
See, I know. I should have known it was going to start out like this.
You know it's coming. So, Booker T. Washington was the 2024-25 Football District 5A3 champions.
I know. I heard about it. I heard about them.
So, we are just, excited because they actually utilized the 36th Street North Event Center to do their banquet. So, this is what we call circulating dollars in our community.
Right.
And supporting one another. So, they had a great time over there. Angie did a phenomenal job doing the decor and stuff for their event. So, shout out to Angie and her crew, for all the work that they do with Party of the Year. So it turned out really nice. So we just wanted to just give them a shout out because we appreciate you supporting, Black business.
Man, I didn't know Dan was a bad boy like that at TU.
Yes, he's my classmate. So he was a beast when we were in school.
Okay,
in high school. And then, he went off to college. He had a real bad car wreck. And so we thought he was not ever going to be in that space again when we were younger. But he, pulled through and, now he's doing great things. And now it's full circle. He's back at the Hive.
Right. That's good stuff. And feeding into them young people.
Yes.
So that's always a good thing.
That's a great job. His first season out.
Man,
got us a championship.
Right out the gate. But it's in his blood.
Yeah,
he went there, you know what I'm talking about? So
yes.
Kudos to him, man. We look forward to doing more things in 2025. Y'all stay posted on that.
Absolutely. Hey, so I just found this out today. So you guys know that the NFL playoffs are underway, and there are 8 teams left. But I did not know that there are 5 teams that are left in the playoffs that have black quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Come on, black folks.
Excellence
let's do
be out
some
there.
stuff.
That excellence be out there. And a lot of times people don't even know what all these quarterbacks and what people just overcome in general.
Yeah.
Sometime when you're dealing with this. But shout out, and you know what? They like the top in the lead. It ain't just 5 in there. But when you think about Pat Mahomes, now they already done went back to back with the Super Bowl.
With the Super Bowl, Kansas City.
Yeah, but I'm telling you right now, Lamar Jackson this year, he is getting crazy. Now, he been the MVP.
Yeah.
2 the last,
times.
and now he got the best stats right now. And I know you like Jalen Hurts.
Of course I do.
He was a Sooner for a little bit, but what he is doing, and then his agent, what is her name?
Nicole.
Nikki. People don't know she from Oklahoma.
Booker T. She actually graduated with my daughter.
She graduated with your daughter.
Yes,
and now
they were cheerleaders together.
Now she's like the top agent.
Yeah,
got that brother $500 million.
She doing her thing.
From
she said she was going to law school, and she did
went
that.
to law school.
Yeah,
excellence happened. We just have to bring that up because sometime in the days and time you just don't know the type of excellence we got going on.
Yeah. So
that's good
shout
stuff.
out to all the QBs because you guys are playing at the highest level of athleticism, and we really appreciate all of your efforts. So we just wanted to take that time.
See,
to
me and
acknowledge you
JB
guys.
really want to say, how about them Cowboys?
No, scratch the record.
But we making some moves.
Yeah.
We making some moves.
Yeah.
We making some moves. So just stay tuned.
Yeah.
Y'all hanging there.
Y'all
So
gonna come back.
hopefully your team
Y'all
out there is doing good. But the playoffs, man, they are pretty exciting. So
Yeah.
we'll keep you updated.
So we also want to, Charles and I are both members of Divine Nine. So we
Right.
want to give a huge shout out to the sisters of Alpha Kappa Alpha
Yep,
Sorority
yep.
Incorporated. Today is their Founders Day. And so we wanted to make sure that we acknowledge that. But, the Zetas are coming.
Y'all coming? See,
We
you see how
coming
y'all do it?
tomorrow.
Be your own people, just like that.
We coming tomorrow.
Oh, I got so many cousins that are AKAs, and they
Yeah.
always remind we was the first. I
Yes.
said, see that y'all always got to bring that up right there. But shout out to our
know,
sisters. It's all love.
117 years
Man.
of sisterhood and service. So,
They do big time
congratulations,
stuff.
ladies. Yeah. we
So
appreciate
love
you
coming from the
guys.
blue and white family for sure.
Yes,
It's y'all day.
absolutely, absolutely. And so since we won't be here tomorrow, then congratulations to us, the Zeta Phi Beta
Yeah,
Sorority Incorporated, because we will be celebrating 105 years.
Yeah, I
of
seen the
service.
blue train on the turn today, but
Blue train
it'll
is
pull
coming.
up tomorrow morning.
It's pulling up. We
We'll
in
let the
that.
pink and green do it today, though.
Pink and green today is y'all day.
Happy
we
earlies to y'all, for sure.
Happy for that. Okay, so today we are going to do the Black History Trivia. Now, you guys know that the last several weeks we have been doing the Black History Trivia, and today I have the News You Can Use cup.
It is in the building, y'all.
Is in the building. So the News You Can Use cup contains the name. I'll just pour these out so you guys can see. Those are watching on Facebook. It contains the name of all of the individuals who have won our Black History Trivia question
Right.
over the last couple weeks. And so you guys know that the prize that we're going to give away, and we're going to do it today. We're going to give away as 2 free tickets to Couples and Cocktails in Oklahoma City, where so we'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. But we're going to go ahead and do the Black History Trivia for today and
Let's
see
do
whose
it.
name is going to go in the cup.
Let's do it.
So what was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s reward for winning the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964? And where was he when he received the news? Was it A, $5,000 and he was preaching a sermon? Was it B, $12,683 and he was on his way to speak in Selma, Alabama? Was it C, $54,123 and he was in bed? Or was it D, $30,645 and he was having dinner with his family?
Girl, you done hit us with the double up. The double up. We answering 2 for 1.
2 for 1.
But this day is on Monday, so we got to
Yeah.
figure something out. So we're going to push it over to DJ JB Smooth, our producer,
Yeah.
because he got on the camouflage beanie, so he got to be ready.
I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to go with D.
You're going to go with D.
Having dinner with his family.
James says D.
All right.
JB.
What y'all think on the live?
Y'all
Let me
got
do
on
some
the
quick.
live.
Let me do a couple shout outs real quick. Jeremiah tuning in from Mississippi. Welcome to the show. Your mom, my mom is on.
Hey, mommy.
That might have been a little too much money back then, so we'll have to see.
Hey, I need
Raymond, welcome to the show. Also, Mr. AJ, Mr. Energizer's in the building down in the J-Bone Lounge, Jacksonville,
Hey, AJ.
Arkansas. Marticia Baines, one of them.
Hey.
Charles, welcome to the show. Uncle Brian is in the building.
Hey,
you know
Uncle
he's saying
Brian.
something about them Chiefs. Oh, Southern California this time. Gary Barnett, a.k.a. Big Brother Drill, tuning in from the ATL. We got Mr. Eli Grayson, the historian. Beatrice Humphrey. Amber, I see you in the building just like that.
Okay.
And many more. We got the secret listeners, boy. They pulled up strong this time, and we'll get to them here in a minute.
Looks
but
like
as
Uncle Brian said C. Yoli said A. Okay. And Michael said D with JB. All right. Who else? Oh, AJ said read it again. Okay.
I'm with you, AJ. I'm
Here
with
we
you,
go.
AJ. My answer is read it one more
Charles'
time.
reasoning is he's stalling.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm thinking.
Black History
No
Trivia.
Googling. Do not Google.
No
If you
Googling.
come in the next 5 minutes, then it don't even count. So
Right.
just give an answer. Read it one more time. We ready.
Okay, what was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s reward for winning the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964? And where was he when he received the news? Was it A, $5,000 and he was preaching a sermon? Was it B, $12,683 and he was on his way to speak in Selma, Alabama? C, $54,123 and he was in bed, or D, $30,645 and he was having dinner with his family.
Man, welcome to the show, Mr. My answer is I'm gonna have to split the baby a little bit because I know they weren't giving out too much bread. Boy, I'm gonna go with $12,600.
So you're gonna go with B.
And he was speaking in Selma, Alabama.
All right, what the rest of y'all got?
So
y'all let us know.
With the movement, I can't see him giving him $54,000. You know how far, man, he'd have went everywhere with that. I don't know.
Tell them the answer to the end. So.
All right, we'll see. Pam Cook, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. All right, y'all, we're going to take the quickest break known to mankind because we got two superstars in here.
Yeah, we do.
They pulled up on us. You know what, I didn't know what was going on. First, I seen the helicopter speeding, all black. It was platinum. Stopped by a limo.
What?
You know what I mean? I know when people standing outside with the little thing over their thing, they got in the car, and they was heading to KBO. I said, I know who that is. So y'all going to have to hold on to after this break. We're going to tell y'all exactly who our special guest is. We're going to have a good time today. This is Kbob 89.9 FM World. When development news you can use, Charles and Damali. We'll be right back, y'all.
This episode of News You Can Use is brought to you by Couples and Cocktails. February 14th in Oklahoma City, starring Keith Washington, special guest pianist Ben Tankard, Michael Fields Jr., Sarah Nicole, Jermaine Mundane, and more. Hosted by comedian Shucky Ducky. If you want tickets, go to couplesandcocktails.com. You can take your friends and family, especially the wife. All you got to do is call 877-851-0289 or go to couplesandcocktails.com and get your tickets. Hey, what's up, Big Shirley? Hey, Aunt Ethel. What's up, Uncle Willie? I'm headed to bingo night. That's right. Bingo night at the 36th Street North Event Center. It's going down, baby. It's going down in a major way. Every Tuesday, the first and third Tuesdays, you know where you can find me at. I'm going to be at the 36th Street North Event Center, Big Shirley. And Aunt Ethel's going to be there, too. And the tax is cheap, and the money's big. Talking big. The winning's big. Hey, it's smoke free. I ain't got to worry about all that smoke. They got concessions and they got food available. So meet me at bingo night. Bingo night, the first and third Tuesdays, 36th Street North Event Center. And I think they're gonna have NYCU.FM there too. You know it's gonna be good, girl. I see you there. Bingo night. Bingo! Bingo!
That's funny. KBOB 89.9 FM World One Development News you can use. Charles and Damali and our great producer, Mr. DJ JB Smooth. Make sure you pull up to win them cash prizes at Bingo.
I'm gonna play.
At the 36th Street North
Bingo
Event
is
Center.
so fun.
I'm looking for the buttery popcorn. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, look, I'm a little bingo, but I'm coming for the food too.
Yeah.
So just the excitement of having a chance to win and get to hang out with your people, man.
Yeah, hanging out with community.
You know what? It's a new year, and everybody want to know, man, I got to find me something new to do, man. I just want to see some people. I want them to get out a little bit. So this is going to be just that thing.
I think they tired of going to the casino, too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe you tired of losing at the casino. Maybe that's what
casino. Yeah, you got to
watch
that.
You up.
Change your odds. Come to bingo night every first and third Tuesday, starting in February 4th.
Yeah, see, at the casino sometimes. You can be there all night. You come back without a home to go to, not a car to drive to your home, and no shoes on. So we ain't going to do that to you at the 36th Street North Event Center.
Right.
All right, Damali, we got two special guests. What's up?
Got two special guests in the building. You know, I am so excited when I see young people doing great things.
Come on.
And I met these two a while back, and we've kind of known each other for a minute. You know, we met them at the same time. And they've been doing some great things, you know, trying to redevelop what we already got going on up in this situation right here. So we have in studio the power couple.
Yeah, we're going to say that because words are powerful.
Yeah, Chuck and Amber in the studio. The old fooders up in here. How y'all doing?
Doing all right.
Good. We'll do this, Damali. So, ladies first.
Okay.
So, Amber, for the people around the world, for whatever reason, if they don't know, tell them a little bit about who you are.
Yes, I'm Amber Oputa.
of course, married to Chuck Oputa, and we are with Kingdom Vision Investments.
Hold on.
Love it.
Kingdom
Vision. Don't
Vision.
you love that?
Let that resonate in your spirit.
Yes.
Yes, so we're here. We're in real estate, all things real estate development, real estate sales, and we are very passionate about redevelopment and revitalization.
I love. Now, where you from? Where you go to school, college, high school?
Yeah, so I am originally from the good old state of North Carolina.
North Carolina. Throw your hands up. Look at that. It came out.
So, North Carolina, I went to school in North Carolina at Wake Forest University.
Okay.
And then I relocated to Texas because that's where I got a job. I had to pay some of these student loans
go.
off.
I know that's right. Yeah.
Moved to Dallas, Texas, and that's where I met this cute guy over here.
Yes.
And that's where we started to grow our family. And then we relocated here to Tulsa about 6 years ago.
6 years ago.
Yeah.
6 years ago. Time go fast.
It goes by fast.
Time go fast.
Yeah.
All right, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Chuck, man. What's up, man?
Hey, my name is Chuck Oputa. As she says, we are co-founders of Kingdom Vision Investment, a real estate development firm.
Yeah.
We also own a brokerage, AOG Real Estate, here in Tulsa,
Shout out.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, shout out.
In the Greenwood District, on Black Wall Street, where
Yes.
our office
Yes.
at. And I'm also executive director for a nonprofit, also in real estate.
Yes.
There you go.
1256 Movement. So we do a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've been talking about, and this has nothing to do with what we're talking about today, but I just wanted for you to share just a little bit. We've been talking about African ancestry. And we're trying to get folks to get tapped into where they come from and, all of that.
Absolutely.
So where are you from, or where's your family from?
So my mom is from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, and I
Pine
gotta
Bluff in
There
there?
we go again, Arkansas.
I have to shout out University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff,
Okay.
Golden Lions,
Yes.
HBCU.
Yeah.
Salute.
Yeah.
But yeah, my dad is from Nigeria, so
So he's a true African.
I'm
Yeah.
a true African American.
True. Why they say it?
I like to mess with people. Be like, I'm found by my country, not lost to my continent. I'm from Nigeria.
Okay.
I'm a Nigerian American.
Yes.
Okay, so
Get it right.
but my dad is from Nigeria, and met my mom in Dallas, and decided to settle down and have 3 kids, and I'm one of them. So
Being one of them. And Damali, what I love about you even saying that is we was getting into people not knowing their background and then knowing your gifts and talents. With him knowing he from Nigeria, then he kind of know what comes along with that.
Yes.
It's a little something. You got to pop your collar a
Gotta
couple
pop
times
your
from
collar.
Nigeria. I'm
Yes.
Nigeria. So that's what we was trying to get other people to get. But you can
Yes.
tell with your vibe and energy, you got that.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a gift and a talent to have in itself.
Yes. So, you guys have been doing a lot of different things around community, and I think maybe the first contact that we actually had with you guys, now that I'm thinking about it, was rebuilding Black Wall Street.
yes.
So how was that? What was that experience like for you guys?
Man, it's still surreal to think about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Because, to be honest, when we were approached about the show, we were talking to the producers to connect them with Greg with 1256 Movement.
Oh, somebody. Okay.
We didn't think we would be involved. We were like, hey, you should know this guy. He's doing this nonprofit. So
Right.
he's still in line with what
Right.
y'all want to feature. And we just kind of got swooped in, and they were able to show basically the construction and the renovation that we did for one of the descendants. And it was an amazing experience.
Yeah.
And I love how it turned out
Yeah.
to really, showcase nationwide on a show, like what's going on in Tulsa, and share more about the history of Tulsa.
Let me tell you what was so crazy, Damali. I don't even know how we got an invite because we didn't even know him yet. We just
I
heard.
don't even know
We
either.
said because everybody was trying to pick out their spots because it was like 7 episodes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right,
talking about?
yeah.
Some people's in their living room, other people. Everybody had their watch
Yeah.
parties.
Yeah.
And they said, man, somebody got it up on, man. I don't think they're on the 30th floor downtown, man, overlooking the city.
Yeah.
And they got the chefs out, they got the cameras
Yeah.
out. Man, Damali, I don't know how we got tickets.
Like,
Damali,
we in.
what string did you pull? It was like golden tickets too. You couldn't just
Not
get the
golden
ticket.
tickets.
Somehow, you came up the elevator and Chuck was like, I'm like, man, Pine Bluff, man, UAPB, HBCU, Divine 9, come on, us, we gon' barbecue and chicken, we gon' stick.
Right. Something is
Gonna pull us together, but
Yeah.
that was great. And what I love about what you said, Amber, trying to be a blessing to somebody else. A lot of times when you're trying to, hey, these people do this, and then it end up in your lap, and you're
Right.
like, oh, well, I didn't know about
Right.
that, but we went up there. It was a beautiful time.
Yeah,
It was
we had a
really,
great
really
time.
good. But that was our initial
Yeah.
connect with you guys, and it's been real ever since.
Yes. So before we get off into the topic subject matter, Black History Trivia question.
Okay.
We're going to
Uh-oh,
give
give 'em
you
a swing.
guys the opportunity to answer the question. Do I need to read it again for y'all? Oh, you got it. You got it.
But I'm gonna let ladies go first.
All right.
See, that's how they do. That's how they do.
So, I mean, I was agreeing with Charles. I feel like they weren't really giving out that much money.
Uh-huh.
But then, like, him being at dinner, I'm like, that sounds realistic.
Right.
So I might have to go with that D.
D?
That was D, right?
You going to say D? Yep. That was D. Yep. Having
good.
dinner with
We
his
gonna
family.
go with that.
Amber.
We're gonna go with that.
Okay, so Amber, Chuck, what
Because
you
I
got?
hope it's more than that 5,000. I just can't.
Which was
That was the first one.
That was the first one. Yeah, I'm gonna go with B. I'm
You
gonna
gonna
go
go
with
with
E.
B?
B is 12.
B,
Yeah.
so B
He
is
was
12,683.
Mm-hmm.
And he was going to speak at Selma.
Yep.
Okay, so
That sound
this
more
is Chuck.
modern
Charles
sound
and
like
Chuck,
a
y'all
movie.
took the same one. Okay.
What y'all say? Oh, Uncle
So
Brian.
nobody
said
said
C.
A.
No.
No, somebody did say A. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
friend
I feel
Shell
like
Abdallah, welcome
Hey,
to the
sis.
show. She said give
And
her,
welcome back.
Friendship.
Welcome
said give her a
back.
C.
Oh, French
She gonna
said
see.
C?
Yeah, see,
Okay,
your friend
I got
Shell
you.
know about that money.
I got you.
Welcome to the show. Just like
Okay.
that. So we're gonna talk about something really good. Well, I know a lot of people want to pull up. Shout out to all of y'all 150 people that text me this morning because I told them no, I'm not gonna get into the
No.
developments. I'm not gonna get into that. Y'all listen to the
Yeah.
show. Got some
Right.
special guests. So we just gonna unpack it, have fun with it, just laying our little expertise and just our little thoughts on it.
Absolutely. And
Okay.
if you are somebody who is on the live, feel free to go ahead and put your comments in the live. We'll be reading some of those. We might not be able to read everybody's comment, but we will
We'll
read
get
some
to
of
what we
those
can.
and try to get those that we can, okay? So there are several developments that are happening in our community right now. We are super excited about those developments. We have been talking to you guys about them for probably the last 3 years or so.
Right.
Letting you guys know that you need to be getting in place for these developments, because we want to be in position where the folks in our community that look like us, because we were just having a conversation before the show started about minorities are everybody but black folks.
Yeah, a lot of times
to
it can
most
be
people.
like that,
Right.
yeah.
And so, but we are wanting people that look like us because these developments are happening in our community.
Right.
We want them to be able to get in on some of the wealth, and some of the perks that are being generated from these developments, right? And so we've been trying to get everybody connected and hooked up to these developments and how you can be a part of the process. And it's not too late. They have started.
But it's definitely not too late.
but it's not too
Can
late.
I add something?
Sure.
I just want to add a shout out, man, because there was so much work behind the scene that went on because we actually was able to do the engagement on
Yes.
these projects.
Yes.
Bringing people in, looking out the plans and doing all that. So I got to shout out DJ JB Smooth because we was filming all over the city,
Man.
putting it together, getting people excited. Shout out to Chef Jay. He was providing those meals.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Bringing out that lasagna, then
Yeah.
the vegan lasagna.
Yeah.
You know how people got their
Yeah.
pics
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all of that. And then Greg Robinson,
Yeah.
that worked really close with us. So there's a lot that went in, but most importantly, to the thousands and thousands that showed up.
Yes.
But I think a lot of times, even with us, even though we show up, sometimes it can still not seem real. We seen the development, they got everything up and all the drawings and all that, but then when it get time to get to it, to me, that's where it gets sticky.
Yes.
This is us, we all included, everything is going on. Then it seems like sometimes the development can kind of go away.
Yeah,
Like,
just
man, when the
slide
bids come
away,
in,
yeah.
you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So now what we said, so Damali and I, our goal today is to make sure that you know how to get plugged in, and we do have the plugs for you to get in so you can bid, but you want to have your things in order to, right? So first, let's just start with the developments so
Yes.
you'll know what they are.
So I'm just going to read them off, and then we'll kind of unpack each one.
I like that.
Is that
I
going to
like
be okay?
that, yeah.
Okay. So first, we're going to go with the Black Wall Street Square. Then we have Phoenix at 36 North. We have Greenwood Entrepreneurship Hub at Moton. We also have North Point, Rudisill Library, Kirkpatrick Heights, and Greenwood. Master planning is what we were a part of that took place. So let's kind of unpack. So Black Wall Street Square. It is an $8.4 million project, which was inspired by the late Terry McGee,
Right.
whom we all love and adore. He did some great work. And this is located at MLK and East Reading Street. It's a partnership with Green Country Habitat for Humanity, Boomtown Development, McGee Enterprises, and 2020 Management. These are going to be 25 single-family townhomes that are going to be built in this location. So if you drive by there, you'll see that they're moving dirt and they're doing infrastructure and all that stuff already.
Let me add this. Have y'all, Amber, Chuck, have y'all heard about this? And if so, what y'all think about it so far?
Yeah, we've heard about it, and we before McGee passed,
Oh, okay.
we fortunately, we were able to meet with him and talk about different developments and such.
Right.
But we were able to have conversations with him shortly before he passed and about this development. So we're very familiar with it. We're excited to see really any form of quality development in that area.
Right.
So I know that there's been, and we've seen this ourselves, issues with getting appraisals back, and you really have to push to get something like this for some reason in our community. So I'm glad that it's moving forward. I look forward to seeing it completed and people taking advantage of becoming homeowners there in that location.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for me, I'm just excited about all the different things that it will sprout.
Yeah.
Because now it's putting attention over here, and I like, as we're talking about, like, how can we be involved, I'm tapping on all my black investors and telling them, like, hey, start looking back in your own community.
Yeah.
Take a piece of this wealth that's beginning to turn back in the community now that people's eyes are on it.
Yeah.
Eyes weren't on it at first.
Exactly.
And then even with us, we were looking south, we were looking everywhere else. It's time to look back home, and that's what I'm excited about.
And so with this, what advice would you give for a person that's in this space, an entrepreneur or someone who has just started their business? If I'm doing drywall or I'm doing, electrical work, what advice would you give them in order for them to be in line to be able to be involved in some of these projects?
Plug in with some of your community leaders. I know I just came from a meeting at y'all's event center with a lot of I think it was through Black Wall Street Chamber, right?
Right.
And plug in with Black Wall Street Chamber. Plug in with these people that are trying to put you on, trying to get us on these jobs, put you on these jobs, and knock on doors. But I guess to answer your question, the first thing is to get with your community leaders, find out where these meetings are happening, find out where these events are happening, and put your name out there so that we know you out here.
Yeah.
And see, the thing too, that we got to dispel the myth that there are not minority contractors out here. So a lot of times people may go down to the city and go, hey, we're not getting any of the well, we tried to look, we couldn't find any. We had the minorities contractor meeting at the event center put on by the Black Wall Street Chamber, and our councilwoman was there as well. And guess what, y'all? 35 minority contractors showed up.
And that wasn't even all of them. Those were just the ones that could get
about 15 missed, so about 50. So we have to get away from the fact that, and I think another thing is coming together helps. Because I was like, okay, 3 people in electric. You had people with trucks. You had people that are investors. You had people that's doing drugs. You had so many, but a lot of times we don't come together. You got to notice a lot of these developers, they collaborate. Create a company so that their capacity would be greater. So I'm just adding to this. Don't try to do all this stuff on your own. Like you said, engage with the chamber or just somebody where you can collaborate. And then you don't show up, Chuck do electrical, you do electrical, I do electrical. We could have collaborated and maybe went for $5 million, $10 million instead of going for a couple $100,000 each.
Exactly.
I mean, that's so important because I think as business owners, what we have to realize is that you can't do this mission alone. You need to leverage. Leverage is this country's language. When we talk about capital, becoming wealthy in this country, is you become wealthy off of leverage. So to have that mindset when you're doing business, like who can I leverage with? Who can I partner with? Who can I connect with? Even within my small sphere.
Just like that. Hey, look, I got to give a shout out to JB because he is your electrical person. JB, if y'all don't know any events and all the lights and all the tricky stuff and all of that, JB stripped all our stuff down. He said, this is a bunch of mess. Put it all down. So all the lights, the digital lights, the projectors, everything in the event center, that's who wired up all. And look, he was like, man, I just love what y'all doing. So give your boy $500. He was in there for about 2 weeks. Man, these too many extra cords.
So you got to hook up.
Got to hook up.
And it ain't burned down yet.
Most important.
I mean, just being an audio, video, technical guy, that comes with you have to know electric. You have to know the ins and outs where, how to run wires and what connects to what. Because sometimes you just don't have an electrician there with you. And you need to make a connection. And it's easier to make a connection to something that's already established than it is. I don't do deep electrical work like the high voltage stuff, but normal electric. I've been taught by electricians on how to do things. So
I know electrical, like back in the day, how we had the old cars and we could put our own systems in. You know, you could put the 18s in, the little equalizer and all that. As far as I can go, run them down the side. Look at them out. Don't get hyped up. Back in the day, everybody could do a little something. Okay, but if you don't know about Black Wall Street Square, not only plug into the development side, but those will be homes that are available. But the generational wealth piece of it is being plugged into the actual development.
Correct.
You know.
And so Crash is on the line, and Crash is saying that he is studying auto and commercial property appraisals for us. You know, to be able to to your point.
We need more appraisals.
We need
appraisers that look like us.
Yes.
We desperately need that. So shout out to you.
And I want to do a quick shout out to Michael Brewer. Welcome to the show.
Michael.
Glad I'm surprised you're not talking about them Eagles.
Don't start. Don't
Beach
start.
Queen, welcome to the show. Man, we got so many people on. We appreciate that. Kamala Harris. No, I'm just playing. Stella Hubbard, welcome to the show. Alicia Walker, welcome to the show.
Hey.
Kool-Aid, welcome to the show. Everybody need a cousin named Kool-Aid, just in case you get into a fight somewhere.
That part. Okay, so if you want to know more information about Black Wall Street Square, you can go to blackwallstreetsquare.org. And all of the information is listed there about the project. There's updates, who you talk to about the project and all of that. It is located there on that website.
I would say they are doing a pretty good job of engaging minority contractors.
Yeah.
Because I know about 7 minority contractors. Yeah. So I'll say, shout out to Black Wall Street Square. I feel like they're doing a pretty good job in making, and maybe just because of Terry McGee.
Yes.
You know how he was.
Yes.
He's the one created. But I feel like they're doing a pretty good job. So. Yeah.
All right. So the Phoenix at 36.
Man,
this is a project that's kind of near and dear to our hearts, primarily because the 36th Street North Event Center is just right in the next block from where Comanche Park Apartments used to be located. As you guys know, that property has been leveled. We told you guys about that, and you guys told us, no, it ain't. No, it ain't. We're like, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Right. And now it's gone. And literally, they've been moving on schedule.
Yeah, everything. No, they actually probably 4 weeks ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. But and for the people that don't know, this is probably the major development that's going on.
Yeah.
This is it's the largest affordable housing project
in the city
development ever to come to our city, like $213 million. It's the reason why Marcia Fudge came from the White House to the building to talk about this. So this is one that's going to be ongoing for about 5 years. So phase 1 is gone, but it's about 7 more phases. So we're going to get you those details. So get in where you fit in.
So this particular property, it is 100 affordable housing units and retail space. Tulsa Housing Authority and the City of Tulsa are the partners that are working on this project. As Charles said, there are 7 phases to the former Comanche Park public housing property.
Right.
The project includes a 4-story mid-rise building. That's almost a tongue twister. With 101 and 2-bedroom units, over 3,000 square feet of retail space and commercial space, and a small market. Once it's complete, now we're talking about the whole property.
Right.
Once the entire thing is complete, it'll be 545 mixed income housing units with single family homes, subsidized workforce, and market rate housing. So to find out more about that property, you go to tulsahousing.org. But, so what we want to say about that is they are now in phase 3.
Right.
So what you see versus where they are 2 different things, right? And so, phase 1 is almost it's almost up. They still have some finishing touches to do on that.
Can I add this? If you are a person still looking for a space, they have a lot of commercial space where you can get, where you can still get in. So if you're trying to be able to make that money, get in there now. They're still available right now. So if you, I know it's going to be like a little grocery store down there, but other than that, if you food, because we like to eat. So I ain't gonna tell you what to do, but if you're doing food, you talking about you got 100 people right there with you. You're gonna have 540 coming across the street, and then the energy of everybody coming to the area is gonna be crazy. So sometime getting there a little early is how you get to eat much more in the future. So
and what we'll say about that is to the point about the commercial space is that they are customizing that space.
Right.
So, and if you are thinking about, hey, I got a beauty shop, because this is what you need to be thinking about. How can you make this property all inclusive?
There you go.
If you have a nails, business, if you are doing hair, if you're a barber, if you are in food, if you have a restaurant that you want to put in this space, how can you make it where, because you got a built-in tenants there that are gonna, I would be like, hey, I'm going downstairs to get my nails done. Instead of driving clear across town,
Exactly.
go downstairs.
Yeah,
So-
and here's the ticket. I'm giving y'all 2 more weeks. That's why I'm doing it over live, because I'm going to put my stuff in myself. You know how I go chucking down, bro. I'm like, nobody's trying to hog it in, but I'm like, we can't let all this money just go by.
Yeah,
Right.
because they're
Rely
gonna
on
fill the space.
They gonna feel the space. So I'm letting you know now, I'm putting my stuff together. So if somebody don't pull up, I'm gonna ease in there. They also got programs where you can you may not have to pay rent for 6 months.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then like half. It's just really no excuse, but don't be afraid. And I understand sometimes, y'all, that's a major development.
It is.
Yeah.
You got to get rid of your fear. Get your Bible, put it close to you. Something. Get you some holy oil or something. But you just want to get engaged to see where you are, because now is the time.
Yeah. I one of the things that I said on my earlier radio show this morning was that you can never give up on your dream.
Right.
And so if it's your dream to be a business owner, this is the perfect time to jump in there. There are going to be all types of incentives because they're desperately looking for folks to come and fill those spaces. Now, they want something that's going to be quality and something that's going to match what they're building. But, so you can't come in there with just any old thing. But if this is your dream, go for it. Now's the time. What do you guys think about that?
I absolutely agree. I mean, we don't have all the time to tell our story, but our story is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
When you look, I am now in the belief that the world has everything you need. You just have to put yourself in the course to get hit by it. Right. So
I like that.
when we moved here to Tulsa, we had the dream of building a house and starting building houses to sell and development and things of that nature. And our mentor in Dallas was like, bruh, just do it.
Just start.
Soon
Like
as-
Nike, huh?
Just
Right.
just do it.
Right.
Just do it. You've done all the research. You've taken all the classes. Just do it. And I mean, that's how we got into development. Is we put it in our hearts and our mind. We're like, okay, this year we're deciding that we're going to first build our first project in North Tulsa. Our first house is going to be a custom home. It's going to be a beautiful home, and we're going to sell it.
Yeah.
And for y'all that don't know, understand, no is part of the process.
Man.
No,
Yeah.
a lot of no's. A lot
Yes.
A lot of no's.
It's part of the process.
Yeah.
It don't mean it's over. You might have to knock a few times, but you got to be willing to do that. You know what I'm talking about? I
Yeah.
think a lot of people,
Yeah.
they get discouraged because the first person they meet might not even be the right person.
Right.
That could be a
That's
stand-in.
it.
Just
Yeah.
tell them all no.
Yeah.
You didn't even get a chance to get to the right person.
Yeah.
Right.
So just don't give up. And you can always come by here because we got the names, the numbers, and the emails
Listen.
to get you connected with the right person.
I'm gonna leave you what my mom says. If you can't get in through the front door, go through the back. Can't
Yeah.
get through the back, go through the side window.
Yeah, okay?
Keep working
Keep
until you
going.
get in there.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes,
That's great
yes.
advice right there.
All right, and so the next property that we're going to talk about is the Greenwood Entrepreneurship Hub at Moton, or
Yes.
GYM is what we call it. This is a $9 million project to rehab the former historic Morton Health Center and Moton Municipal Hospital is what it was in 1932. It's a TEDC project, and the building has a basement and 3 floors.
Hold on, Damar, let me put the thing on you.
Oh.
I mean, you got your cool little rag on your head.
I know, right? The building has a basement and 3 floors. The current design includes offices, a lounge, a media room, workstations on the first floor, a large conference room, offices, and a kitchenette will sit on the second floor. The top floor will feature a 40-person event space, workstation, and a flex conference room. So this is all, and let me say this. Yes, we said event center or event space, right? But listen, we need more than just one of everything in our community, right?
Right.
Yeah.
There is no competition, and this is something that we had to deal with when we opened up the event center. People are like, well, the Greenwood Cultural Center, and listen, everybody can't do something. I mean, or there's more people in this city where you can have more than one event on the same day. Right. So you need more than one event space to do it.
Exactly.
So we're going to promote whatever it is in our community because it's going to be beneficial to us. When you go to the south end of town, you see multiple of the same types of things. There's multiple grocery stores, multiple gas stations, multiple event spaces, and everybody coexists, and they're all full. Yeah. We can do the same thing in our community.
You're just
So I
saying
just want to
it's
say
just collaboration over competition.
That-
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Because here's the ticket. Whenever the Big Team Ballroom, which is really, really nice
Really
if you
nice.
haven't been there.
And our
we was
guy.
all at the grand opening with Doc Shaw doing
Yes.
videos, telling people to come out. Y'all just got to understand it's so much that we need, like Damali said. So let's continue to collaborate. Don't be an island to yourself because every development we talking about is millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Hey, Duke, I see your comment. You said, wait, where is this? What are you talking about? Which part? Because we kind of went on a little bit. So let me know what you're talking about, and we'll tell you where it's happening.
Yeah, and quick shout out to my guy Leon.
Hey, Leon,
welcome to
what's
the show.
happening?
Chris Johnson, welcome to
Hey,
the
Chris.
show.
He may have been talking about the Phoenix
He might have been.
development.
I
At
don't
36 in Peoria.
Yeah. So either 36 in Peoria, or if you're talking about Moton, then that is on Pine and Greenwood.
Pine and Greenwood.
Yeah.
And what I love about this library is right in the middle of Greenwood.
Yeah,
You know
so
what
we're
I
getting
mean?
ready-
Across
we're
from the
gonna get to
library.
that, yeah.
Go ahead.
So, but anyway, what do you guys think about it? Have you guys heard about the Moton Project and or Jim?
Yes,
What
we've
do you
heard
think?
about it. I love the location. It's literally down the street from my office. on
Yes,
Greenwood.
yeah.
And I'm excited about the development of that building.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what else spurs from it, because
Right.
that is like that intersection is a great corridor to put some other things in addition to
Right.
that. But the hub, I'm very much excited about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It's something needed.
You know, it's always been kind of a hub anyway, because that used to be a hospital. So there are a lot of
Yes.
folks in North Tulsa who were actually born in that space, you know.
Yeah.
So it's very historic, you know, has been there for a very long time. My mother, who actually lived on Greenwood, she always talks about, you know, going to the hospital over there, going to the doctor's offices or whatever over in that space.
Yeah.
You know, so when you talk about and you think about the history of Greenwood,
That's awesome.
that building just should remain there, you know.
that's right.
So
Yeah.
doing this, you know, repurposing the building for entrepreneurship,
Yeah.
top level.
And
I'm
let's
really
do this
excited.
too, because there's so many people listening in. Because I can tell you now, a lot of people, we want to hit on the high stuff and the good stuff, but even in getting it done, what are maybe some of y'all testimonies? Like, these are the tough things. Like, when you come in, here are the things that are the frustrating things that you do have to deal with. You know, because people look at
Yeah.
y'all and think it's just one big success story, but it's things to overcome.
Look, they start
You know,
laughing.
we don't up them. You know how it go, Chuck? People think when they see you, man, this is all easy, but there are hurdles. There are tough days and tough times. Can you kind of speak a
Yeah.
little bit to those things?
I mean, starting off, if you don't notice, I'm black, and in this
No way.
field, in this field of real estate development, you don't see a lot of us. You don't see a lot of black people in this field. I think there's a statistic I saw the other day that said that out of all the real estate developers in this country, under 1% are minorities.
Wow.
And then
Minorities.
you just said minorities, right?
Right.
So now let's fraction that even down
Right,
further
right,
and see
right.
how many are actually African American doing this thing, right?
Right.
And then that speaks to why our stuff get done up by other people. They'll come into our community, develop it, then leave,
And extract
take all
it,
of
yeah.
take all the money out of it. But anyhow, capital.
Yeah.
So since I am, a minority, it's hard not even being a minority to get the capital, but I feel like you have people that you can get to, but just raising the capital and raising the money. We're not born with lots of money like some of your
Right.
stereotypical
Yeah.
real estate
Yeah.
And other
developers.
races have had the benefit of having real estate
Yes.
for
Yeah.
many decades, centuries, whereas at a time when we weren't able to even buy real estate.
Exactly.
And was being actively stopped from buying real
Right.
estate, right? So yeah, we don't. So not only do we have to come from the hurdle of just learning what financial literacy is,
Right.
but then learning how to become not just a homeowner, but an invest into homes and buy homes and things. So we're starting from the bottom,
Yeah.
and climbing up this ladder. And even now, you say like we have arrived. I still feel like there's eons of things that we're still trying to accomplish in this field.
Let's do this, because we definitely going to give tips. And just kind of, if you started out, because people don't like to give their trade secrets, so I'm not
Right.
talking about
Yeah,
your
no.
trade secrets, but if you go to a person that's just not getting started, give them maybe 2 or 3 things. Make sure you do these 3 things before you even get started, because this will help you. You learn something later on, you're like, I wish we would have started and maybe did this or did that. What was the things that you could tell somebody? So if you start now, make sure you have at least these 2 or 3 things.
That's good. First 3.
That's a lot.
Well, he mentioned to just start,
Yeah.
right? But you do want to make a educated jump, right? So, and that doesn't necessarily mean you have to, like a lot of people come to me as a broker. Oh, I'm thinking about getting my real estate license and go to real estate school, which you can do, but to become an investor, you don't have to do that.
Right.
Right.
Go to meetings, go to town hall meetings, introduce yourself to people, and learn from developers. And that's really, with our first project, God aligned us with Greg Taylor. He's a builder out of Bartlesville.
Yeah.
And he took us under his wing and really helped us and coached us through our first new build. And that's some of the relationship piece that we talk about, that us as minorities, we may not know anyone that's a developer.
Right.
So that is something that we have to work harder to form. But fortunately, with more of us getting into the industry, like for Chuck and I, we want to be able to share that information so more people can be like, oh wait, I do know a Black developer. Let me reach out to them and we can connect you in any way possible. But I would say try to get involved in your community. Learn from other people. That's free. Take your time and intention.
And I'll add to that is in addition of getting an education, everything of that nature is, get a vision, get a goal in your mind, right? That's another thing. Like I'm adamant about, once you have vision, things fall in place. Once you have vision, then nothing can knock you down off of trying to achieve what you're trying to achieve. You may not be where you are, but you're further along than where you used to be. So if you have a vision and you start articulating that to people, you will find a lot of people, you'll be surprised, a lot of people will be opening up to you and just giving you just value information.
Absolutely.
And Damali, you know what I heard? Basically what I heard them say loud and clear is, one, you can't fake showing up. They've been showing up to the party, and then two, you don't have a vision. So it means even if you're at home, at some point you got to put the vision into action. The action is the showing up piece of it, because what a lot of people do, you talk to them, where you at? Oh, I'm at home putting my stuff together. Yeah, that's good, but you've been putting your stuff together at home for years. You got to go engage. Because like you said, certain things are free. And sometimes y'all got the right personalities and attitudes too. I'll tell somebody to have the right energy too. Because don't go out with a woe is me in this, I'm a smile, be ready, look the part. Those are some of the things that you just can do that can get you further along. What you think about it?
No, I agree with that. And I agree that you have to have a get it done mentality about whatever it is that you're trying to do, because people are always gonna try to knock you down and keep you from progressing. It's that crab in the barrel type of thing. And so you want to make sure that you are clear and you understand where you're trying to go, and it doesn't matter what other people say, because people are gonna talk about you regardless. They talked about Jesus, so what makes you think they ain't gonna talk about you?
Oh, let's stop right there. You said Jesus. You done brought Jesus in. We're gonna take a quick break. There are cohorts and things like that you can engage in.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Which sometimes when you need a little foundation, you can jump in that way. We want to take a quick break. We're going to jump into some of those opportunities, and we're going to try our best to give you our top 3 business tips. So you can have them 3 nuggets, but we need a break to think about it, because we just think about a lot of stuff. Thanks, JB Smooth, keeping them 1s and 2s going on in the back. This Kbob 89.9 FM World One Development News. You can use Charles Damali. We'll be right back with those business tips.
Hey, what's up, Big Shirley? Hey, Aunt Ethel. What's up, Uncle Willie? I'm headed to bingo night. That's right. Bingo night at the 36th Street North Event Center. It's going down, baby. It's going down in a major way. Every Tuesday, the first and third Tuesdays, you know where you can find me at. I'm going to be at the 36th Street North Event Center, Big Shirley. And Aunt Ethel's going to be there, too. And the tax is cheap, and the money's big. Talking big. The winning's big. Hey, it's smoke free. I ain't got to worry about all that smoke. They got concessions and they got food available. So meet me at Bingo Night. Bingo Night, the first and third Tuesdays, 36th Street North Event Center. And I think they're gonna have NYCU.FM there too. It's gonna be good, girl. I see you there. Bingo Night. Bingo. The Juice Radio Show and Kbob 89.9 would like to say thank you to all of our listeners and sponsors who donate to help keep our media program alive, reaching the community. The Juice Radio Network continues to expand as influencers in the community of North Tulsa and beyond, but can't do that without your help. That's why it's important that we as a community continue to support the Juice Radio Show and keep 89.9 on the air. The community not only deserves this service, but needs this service. Let's continue to support the mission and giving a voice to the voiceless, and donate to the Juice Radio Show. The Juice Radio Show is a nonprofit 501c3 powered by Kbob 89.9 and Eden Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the Juice Radio Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106.
It's Tulsa, Tulsa.
We appreciate your continued support, and thanks for listening to KBOB 89.9 FM.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The all new KBOB 89.9 FM, Black on Black Community Radio.
And now it's time for the Hump Day Hot Topics with Charles and Damali.
hey, guess what day it is?
Hump day!
Hump day! It's hump day!
Hey, Mike.
Mike.
Guess what day it is? Hey.
It's the Hump Day Hot Topics on news you can use.
And we are
We back.
BFG.
We
We
back.
are back. Hey, Majesty, wasn't she singing that?
Yeah, I don't know. Is that Majesty? I don't know who
That's
that is.
That's Starfisher.
Is that Star?
Starfisher?
I don't know.
That's
Look at that.
Star.
Star.
She must have been laying down on the
That's
stage.
I know, right?
She didn't know.
We all singing
Hey,
like we
y'all.
all off into it,
I
like
know.
we at a concert.
Hey, we gonna go to the live, man. We got a lot of people on. If you
Yeah.
want to do something, we are covering a lot of important information. Click share right now if you're listening. Click that little share button so other people can get this information. Shout out to our secret listeners tomorrow.
Yeah, we
They
see y'all.
are,
Hey, y'all. What's
absolutely,
happening?
in the building, and we
Yes.
appreciate that.
Yes. So, before we move on to our hot topics, so I wanted to read this message. So Duke says we need this show every week. He said, I'm walking around the office area yelling, "Yes, Lord." He said, and there's bingo, and he tagged some people in bingo for the first and third Tuesday. He said, let's hit a few. That's what we got to do. That's the spirit that we're talking about. When you hear something, share it. Let people know, because people only know what they know, so
Absolutely.
somebody may not know.
Yeah, Michael Floyd. They said they're in the
She
building.
said they in. No, they in for bingo.
For bingo?
Yeah.
How you say bingo, JB?
Bingo!
Stephanie Hall, welcome to the show. Phil Green, welcome to the show. Muhammad, welcome to the show.
Hey.
Donald, welcome to the show.
Hey,
Eric,
hey.
welcome to the show.
Yes.
Deshaun, Chad, more list.
And the list goes
Franco,
on.
James,
Yeah.
Mr. Jones, and the list goes on and on. We
Yes.
love you guys. Click share. We appreciate y'all tapping in, man.
Yes.
And we still with our special guests. At first they said they only had 15 minutes, but they still hanging out with us.
Right.
Mr. Chuck,
Yeah.
Mr. Amber, they still in the building. We
Yes.
appreciate them.
No worries.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you guys these last two developments, and then we're gonna move on to hot topics. So we have the North Point development, which is a Terrence Crutcher Foundation
Yes.
project.
Yes.
The building was purchased for $1.7 million. The roof HVAC systems have been replaced, and they're now demoing the interior.
Right.
They're currently doing a capital campaign to raise $15 million to build out the center. And there's going to be space available in that location.
Right.
So once again, for you business owners out there that are looking for quality places to house your business, then here's going to be another one that's going to be coming up and coming available.
And shout out to Dr. Tiffany Crutcher and the Terrence
Yes.
Crutcher Foundation. They do so much
they do.
in
Yes.
the community.
Yes.
So now to also be getting into this development space, I absolutely
major.
love it.
Yes.
Because sometimes you be out here working, you realize we need to get our own spot. We tired of going from building to building,
Paying
and
rent
doing
to
different
other
lease
people
people,
that
tripling
ain't
up
doing
your
us
rent
right.
and your
Yeah.
lease money.
Yeah.
Don't have time for all that.
Ain't got
So,
time for it.
Shout out to Dr. Crutcher.
All right, and then the final one that we want to talk about is the Rudisill Library. They're going to be moving back to Greenwood.
Back to Greenwood, y'all.
They're going to have a 36,000 square foot facility that's going to be opening up in early 2026. It's a $21 million project. The thing I am most excited about is the genealogy lab is coming
Me
back.
too.
Yeah.
I am so excited about that. I don't know what to do, y'all. Y'all just don't know. Because I've been, again, we're talking about African ancestry and tracing our roots and how do we find out? Are we Native American? Where, what does our bloodline, tell us
Right.
Right.
about who we are? So I'm super excited about that. But anyway, if you want any information about the Terrence Crutcher Foundation, you can go to terrencecrutcherfoundation.org. If you want any information about the new library that's coming or that's moving, it's going to be at the TulsaLibrary.org. And then just as a reminder that both the Black Wall Street Chamber of Commerce and TEDC have cohorts to help small business
Yes.
owners and entrepreneurs to scale their business to be ready for these development opportunities. So you can reach out to either one of them. The Black Wall Street Chamber is bwschamber.com and TEDC is tedcnet.com.
Man, I got to give a shout out to Kuma and Donald. They don't be
Yeah.
playing no games.
Not a game.
Shout out to the Black Wall Street and
Yes.
Rose Washington and her
Yes.
team. Shout out
Yes.
to them too, because you don't know the heavy lifting they do
Yes.
to provide us with these opportunities. So y'all get engaged, follow what they do.
Take advantage.
Great job. Take
while
advantage.
they're here. Yeah.
They've been doing it.
All right, so let's talk about our hot topics, okay?
Yeah, we're gonna do
hit
that
those.
now. Y'all stay on the line. Now we're gonna give you the 3 business tips. We're gonna call them the top 3 in the world.
Oh,
because that's what we think and that's what we feel. Our little Divine 9 team right
It's
here.
our perspective because it's our show.
perspective. Call it what you want to call it.
Yeah. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is, diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI. That's been the buzzword for the last several years, probably since 2020, I'm thinking.
Did it kick in because of the George Floyd? Did that really, to me, that's where it really went up.
That's
The
where
George
all
Floyd
the corporations
situation.
were like, ooh.
What they do with that money, Amber? Did y'all ever see any of that money? There was 100 million here, 200 million here.
I can
Where did that
speak
go?
to it.
Go ahead. Oh yeah.
I was in corporate
He has a
America.
yes.
Okay.
Shout out to Pam Cook. That was one of my coworkers.
Okay. Hey, Pam.
Company.
I think
I'm not
she's
gonna
listening
say.
right
Yeah.
now.
Shout out
Say out loud,
Pam.
but yeah, but I will say one thing about this company is it did already start the grassroots to try to do this DEI movement.
Right.
But I remember talking to her and my wife, and I was like, man, I bet these folks ain't really heart is not really in it. They just want to do it for the clicks and the likes and the shots. And I just feel like this: if you're gonna do this DEI thing, like have your heart in it. Like let that be your passion, or just stay neutral or stay whatever you are. So at least we know.
And
it 100.
it makes me sometimes feel like America can be a little bipolar.
Yeah.
Is that just me?
Yeah,
So
no,
just
no,
2020 is
no.
not that long ago.
Right.
And it's,
No.
let's work together, let's do all this, and all of a sudden now it's spinning the opposite direction. You know what I mean? Can I do some more shout outs? There's so many people on the live. I know they hear from Chuck and Amber, but since we're here, we're gonna get the benefit of them being here
We're
too.
leveraging. No.
Shout out to Nicole Lynn on the live. Shout out to Chris on the
Hey.
live. Ian Smooth on the Arthur.
Okay.
Man, it's just on and on, y'all.
Man, it
Appreciate
just
y'all
keep on.
tapping in. Click sharing it.
All right, so for
Hold on,
those
let
of
me get JB to put on. I don't want they think.
Oh.
Because I don't mind being Chuck. You don't mind being Amber.
No, I don't.
I still be charging the miles.
Yeah. AKA. There you go. Okay, so for those of you who don't know what DEI is, let me
Right.
just give, because of course this show is about education. So it stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion. And it's an organizational framework which seeks to promote the fair treatment and full participation of all people, particularly groups who have historically been underrepresented or subject to discrimination. Okay, so that's what it stands for.
Right.
Now, to me, it seems like you would want to do that anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, that you would want to do that anyway. But let me tell y'all something. It seems like to me that, folks, maybe they got a little bit of a bonus from the federal government or something to create these programs.
Right.
So now it's not sexy anymore. So now it's like we're getting rid of all of those programs. And so let's just give a list of the current
Just so you know.
folks that are getting rid of DEI
call them
programs.
out.
Yeah, and if you work for these people, we're not talking about you. So
Sorry.
don't go hide. We just talk about
Just
the
know
company.
that your work environment may be a little different. Okay. So Amazon in 2025,
Amazon.
DEI out of here.
Wait a minute, hold on now. 'Cause everybody I know that look like me, all they do is Amazon packages.
And I,
All I'm
Amazon
saying,
Prime.
this is
Hey,
Damali,
we
this
there.
is all I'm saying.
Not a thing.
All I'm saying is this: if people don't want to treat you fairly, don't have all them packages like that. Damali, is that
I'm gonna
bad
have to go to
say?
therapy, man.
I know that's hard.
Man,
When
that's
I say Amazon has a hold.
It's a stronghold. Release. Go get something faster. What Pastor
need to
Mike?
pray about it.
Jamal Dahlia's bishop.
We need the bishops, baby.
We need.
We have really, as black people, that's our grocery store for shopping.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anything you need, you can get there. So, I mean, if it's not groceries, even groceries, I think you can get there now.
But when you hear that, how does it make you feel, Amber, when you think that Amazon, which, like you say, all of what we do is like, well, but we don't want to think about no inclusion stuff, right?
We got to be spending billions of dollars there.
Boy!
Man.
And not
As a
even
race.
leaving the house.
I wish
Right.
I could say I'm surprised.
But I'm not.
You know
But I'm
what?
not.
She said that Amazon got a stronghold on her.
She,
I
and
wish
on a lot of
I could
people.
say.
She was
Man.
serious.
Well, wait till you
I'm
hear
not
some of the other
surprised.
names on the list.
Okay, let's hit the list. Okay, we got stuck on Amazon.
We
Yeah,
did.
we
We
did.
got stuff.
Amazon big.
Because that's
Yeah.
big. That's big. That hurt me. Yeah, that hurt me. All right. So Meta is one of the folks. And
Facebook?
McDonald's. Yeah.
Meta, a.k.a. for now. All of us
I'm
is online
kinda
smiling and
Surprised
dancing.
about Meta a little
I
bit.
am
You
surprised
are?
about Meta because
Yeah.
they did a
A
big,
little bit.
big thing.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
have a whole article out there and it's big letters. Meta ends corporate DEI program.
But you know what it make me think? You remember they said the owner of Meta and Facebook, he fell on the floor in the White House, said, please help me. Please help me as much as you can, Trump. Please. Did y'all hear about that? And he said live on TV, he came in kissing my A. He literally said that.
You talking about Mark Zuckerberg?
Yeah.
Trump, he said it. He said he came, called me kissing my butt. Because think about what Trump went through with him.
Right. Yeah.
The first time around, they took him off social media and did all that. Now then it came back.
Yeah.
And so he literally said, this man called me to kiss my A. And now this is going on.
Is
So
that
y'all
why?
remember?
Is that why they let you cuss on Facebook?
That's
now?
why you can do anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all got. Hey, that's why we have news you can use. That's why we love KBOB with
Yes.
Uncle Bobby, because we get to tell our story our way and have a real conversation. Because
Yeah.
you got to understand these corporate capital movements that's going on. Now, money don't have a skin color.
Nope.
Right.
So if you're in a space where you make
It's all
people
about
money,
Money is
you
great.
gonna be able to make money. But if you're in a situation where that little ceiling might be done got lower and lower and lower,
Yeah.
we just saying be aware.
Be aware.
Yeah.
I would say this. I got one question.
Yeah.
For Amazon, going back to Amazon, we go to Amazon. I can't let it go
Yeah.
because we go there and we buy so much from them. But we're buying. They're the middleman.
third party, yeah.
They're the middleman, right? So where is the black Amazon? So we can take all of our stores off of Amazon
Pull on us.
and
Ding,
put
ding,
them.
ding.
So whoever the developers
Entrepreneurs out
listen,
there.
Yeah.
Chuck
Anybody.
just dropped you a nugget.
There you go. Because right now we mad, and this is a great time to capitalize. So whoever got that black
Blame Charles and
Amazon,
Damali. Look, it's thousands
There
of
it
people
is.
on local, national, and international. So
Listen.
the thing about it, we have to sit and talk about these things.
Look, so AJ just said the same thing. He said that's why I always say we should shop black. We need to
Yeah.
start our own shipping
do
and
something.
shopping
There you go.
for black
Shipping
people.
and shopping.
Shipping and shopping.
Get a
I love
distribution
it.
center out here in Tulsa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
All
are
this
central.
land.
We're center in the country.
When it's in the country,
It makes
Yeah.
sense.
to anywhere,
I'm
Listen,
just
y'all.
come to Tulsa.
Amber said she
My
just-
hey, some,
Let's see some of these
Amazon
other
Black.
people. 'Cause
Okay, so in 2024,
So
these
Meta
are the
and
folks.
Amazon.
So
Come on, listen.
Meta and McDonald's. So this just happened in
Oh, Lord, I
2025.
just bossed
Now
myself
y'all
up.
need
Not
to
the Happy
know.
Meal. The Happy Meal ain't happy no more.
Listen.
Even the Happy Meal, all our kids is lined up on the football team
to get the Happy Meal.
to get the Happy Meal.
No DEI.
All
Outta
these
here.
quarter pounders with cheese.
We don't care.
You know
That's what McDonald's
JB, what
said.
you think? Come on, man.
If you guys are just now tuning in, they're talking about the companies that have removed the diversity,
And equity and
and inclusion
Yeah.
from their company policies and
Yeah.
stuff.
So-
This is ridiculous.
Yeah. In 2024. Now y'all ain't ready for this list. In 2024, these are the companies that removed DEI. American Airlines.
Out of there. I don't
Boeing.
like flying with them no way.
I kind of can expect that. Chuck.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't really know if they care too much.
I fly Southwest.
Boeing.
Boeing.
Jack Daniels, maker of Brown
I
and
don't drink-
Foreman.
I don't drink that.
I don't
Get that
drink either.
nearest.
So
Get the
yeah.
Uncle Nearest.
Yeah. Okay,
Stole the
right.
recipe anyway.
Yeah.
Caterpillar,
Man, that's that equipment. All the hip.
Ford, Harley Davidson, John Deere, and Lowe's.
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 We
Lowe's.
shop at home. What about Home Depot?
No, we ain't got
Well,
no,
you know.
not Home
Oh,
Depot,
they
not
probably-
yet.
Lowe's.
Molson Coors. I don't
Isn't
even know
that
who they are.
Yeah.
Molson Coors, is that beer?
Coors.
Coors
Yeah.
beer?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's beer.
Nissan, Polaris.
The most popular cars in the world.
Yeah.
Really?
Nissan.
Polaris, Toyota, Tractor Supply Company. Kind of expect that. Walmart.
Oh.
I'm
Ah,
not
well, you
surprised
kind
by
of know that.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody
Yeah.
surprised about
I
Yeah.
don't go to Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait.
So those are
wish
the
I
companies.
could say
So
the same.
basically, what we're saying is it's coming. Y'all. If all of these major companies, because really companies kind of they kind of follow each other.
Yeah.
So once you see that happening in the industry, it just snowballs.
I will say, Chuck and I saw the other day that Costco made a statement saying they will be keeping their DEI policies.
See,
Oh,
Costco.
so they-
Shout out to Costco.
They
You
So
know,
said
Costco-
they standing on business.
Uh-oh.
10 toes.
Costco,
They
see-
said we keeping it.
So Chuck,
We
does that
renewed
make it
ours.
different when they say they're gonna still stand on business? Because there's got to be
Yeah.
pressure to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because why y'all all deciding to do this awful? What's the
Yeah.
purpose of even doing it?
To me, it feels like they have somebody in leadership that has not just did their research, but acknowledged the research, acknowledged the history. Because what I see here is we have this dynamic in our country right now where people don't want to acknowledge it. They want to say, "Oh, you're just crying, you just running," and why everybody's equal now. And it's like, we just talked about real estate,
Yeah.
and the fact that one generation of people could not have a home to pass on
Yeah.
puts us so far back where, we can get homes now, but
Yeah.
how many of y'all started with homes? But anyhow,
Exactly.
I just
It's a
think
lot.
that it just shows the the leadership that you have
Right.
at these organizations.
Let me tell y'all something. I did not know this, and I don't even know why I would want to know it. But my Uncle Brian just posted on here that did you know fact? Did you know that you can order caskets and headstones on Amazon? What?
You can order a whole house.
That's
uh,
a
Yeah, oh, yeah,
on
you can.
Oh
Amazon.
yeah, you can order a very nice tiny,
Caskets and
Yeah.
headstones.
very nice tiny home.
Yeah, I was looking at some.
So I'm
homes.
gonna have that shipped to
Did
my
you
front
say
porch.
I don't know
I
about
don't think
that.
so.
You can have
Hey,
tiny homes.
that sucker folds out and opens up and
Manufacture
no.
homes.
it's
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Uncle Brian, I did not
About
know that.
20,000.
Thank you for the awareness, but yeah, I won't.
So
be
what it
ordering
is,
that.
it's like today, I think
Beach Queen said, "Looks like I need to switch to Costco." So
I'm switching
Sam's
to
Club
Costco.
is gonna be out of there, and
We
yeah.
just renewed ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did.
so
We did.
Costco's got it cracking too.
Yeah.
they do.
Oh,
that,
wow.
So Damani, we'll give our final thought on this because we got other hot
Yes,
topics. So
yeah.
just give your final thought on this DEI situation.
The final thought is I think this is very unfortunate. I think that if you have a business where you're expecting people of all denominations and races and backgrounds to come and work in your space, then you should make a space for them where they feel comfortable. You know, and if you're not willing to do that, then, you know, we need to move around.
Amber?
I think it has all come down to the money. So it's not popular now with
Exactly.
the new administration. Trump is a bully, so he will come for you, you know,
Yes.
if you're still pushing DEI. So to me, it means something when a company like Costco says, no, we're going to keep it. Because they know that there's risks involved in that, you know. But yeah, it's unfortunate, but
Not surprising.
not surprising, unfortunately.
Chuck,
Yeah.
what's your final thought on that, folks?
My final thought is I just give a charge. I give a charge to business owners and people. You know, the reason why a lot of us are going to the workforce working in their companies is because a lot of us haven't scaled to the point where we can hire ourselves and treat
Right.
ourselves right. So it's a charge.
Yeah.
It's a charge to like, hey, let's build up the black ecosystem so that we can employ ourselves and sell to ourselves.
So,
We have a blueprint.
yeah.
We have a
So-
blueprint right here.
And I say my final thought on it, it's like two things. I definitely agree with Chuck. I agree with y'all too. But then I think one side of it, I'm just gonna say it, whether DEI is there or not, just give us a fresh shot.
That's it.
Forget that.
I
Okay,
agree.
forget that.
Right.
Just give us a fresh shot. When our application come in,
Right.
just don't put no race or nothing on it.
Yeah.
And then whoever got the best qualification that do the best job, give them the job.
Right.
That
Then
part.
this won't even be required.
Right.
A lot of reasons why this is not in place because we all go get all the education, we do the best job, but they don't want to give you that promotion. They want you to train somebody that's 25 years old while you 35 or 40 to come in to be your boss when they don't know what they're doing about to crash the company.
Right.
You know, and I'm the person because I'm just keeping it 100. Anytime I go into these corporate spaces and stuff, I'm always looking for the sister or the brother.
Yeah.
Because I already know.
Right.
Even when the
They
White
know
House
what's going
came,
on.
even
Yeah.
when we went to the White House, in every room is one of us. And I always know that's the reason why this company is so successful. And it's every time. And imagine the stories we never get to hear about. Because other ones, sometimes they leak out what NASA did. It leaks out what happened. It leaks out.
Yeah.
But imagine all the ones that done so much that you just never knew about. They the genius in the back in the corner.
Right.
We don't want to pay you. We don't want to give you no ownership. We don't want to do that. So I'm just saying for us and our kids and our grandkids and our next generation, like Chuck said, it's a charge. And we need to make some moves because we need to leave generation. Well, we can't let our generation go by and we still have less than 1% of the wealth in this world.
Right.
That's what we can't.
Yeah.
That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's my final thought. What we got next, Molly?
Up next, the Department of Justice. You know, we were so excited about the Department of Justice being involved in the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre findings. You know, they were going to come in because the door had basically been shut down at all other areas for our survivors. And so we were super excited about the fact that they were going to be here. They were going to be taking a look into the happenings and, you know, what happened in this situation and hopefully find some type of recourse, you know, because our survivors, let's be honest, I mean, they're, you know, 100 plus. And, you know, we don't know how much longer they're going to be here, right?
They took a look, huh?
110.
So
They took a look.
They took a look.
Now I won't say we all.
look.
I'll say this. I can't say we all was excited. I'm just gonna say when people show up, I stay 50-50. I just always stay 50-50. I don't want to say nothing bad about it, but I'm not gonna get too
But
excited.
it gave you this impression like after everybody had went against it on all levels of judicial, whether it been local, state, national, for it to go to the DOJ, you got a little bit of, something can happen here.
More hopeful.
There's hope.
More hopeful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they actually published a 126-page report.
And we're about to read it all.
No, we're not. No, we ain't. But they published a 126-page report, and it was their first thorough reckoning about the massacre. And what they came up with is they said that this was a coordinated, and this is a quote, coordinated military-style attack.
Yep.
Well, we already knew that.
We did.
Yep.
We knew that. So that was nothing. And so
By
basically,
who?
by white perpetrators.
By white
against the black-
perpetrators or the city of Tulsa?
No, all the way around. So they're
All the
saying
way
that they're
around.
all the way around. There was blame laid in every facet. National Guard everywhere.
Wow. It's bigger than the city.
What
But
Because the simplest thing, JB, is if a house is on fire, you call the fire department. Fire department didn't come. If somebody's shooting at you, you call the police
department.
The police didn't come. If
Well-
they get bigger than that, you call the National Guard, and they come.
yeah.
They came all right.
Well, they came,
Exactly.
but
And
they
dropped bombs.
deputized.
And drop more.
You know, yeah. So there were folks that were
terrible.
deputized.
Yeah.
So basically what the DOJ said after they looked at all the evidence is they said, yeah, you guys are right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yep, this was wrong. Yep, you absolutely are correct. However, there is no living perpetrator for the Justice Department to
What?
prosecute.
Is that intentional or unintentional, Damali? That's my question.
That's
I mean,
the
it's
loop.
just our
That's the
thought.
loophole.
Yeah.
That's what they knew. They probably waited. Is
Yeah.
he gone? Is Herman gone?
Yeah.
Herman dead?
Is
we ready to
Tate
go.
Brady dead?
Right. You know?
JB will say everybody name. I said I made up a fictitious name.
Right.
Damali, what come on.
Is William Lee
I
dead?
just think that this is really sad to me.
Robert
Because
E. Lee?
we can come up with all types of ways to make sure that other folks get paid for their suffering in other countries that don't even have nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
Right.
We ain't over there. We didn't perpetrate anything that had to do with anything that had to do with that. But we can come up with money, hundreds of millions of dollars to take care of them. But the very folk that helped build this United States.
I just want to say we come up with billions. I just want to add that. Instead of
Okay,
100,
billions.
we
Okay,
come up
let's
with
go with
billions
billions.
that we
Yeah.
send out. Billions that we, with no problem. It can be done in 5 days.
Yeah.
In 100 years, we can't even come up with nothing but this. This is the most. I'll just say this is one place, and I know I'm not from here originally. I've been in Tulsa for 25 years, but this is the one place I feel like Tulsa has failed drastically. This is the one thing that this world looks at us. I think is the biggest sore thumb ever.
Yeah.
Because we still know Miss Viola Fletcher. We still
Yes.
know Mother 110. Can you imagine
Yes.
this happening to you when you was a baby or 6 years
Right.
old? And this is how the state, this is how the city, this is how the country has decided to. This is because this is us as a country.
Yes.
You see that? This is what it is. You got to call it what it is. As a
Call a
country,
spade a spade.
them just coming back with this is just a country saying this is what we think about something like, and which leads me to think that at the end of the day, it must just been a coordinated effort all the way to the top.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
All the way to the top.
Coordinated, and that's why nobody could do nothing for them because they like, how you gonna blame me when you didn't
They're
do
not
nothing?
gonna
If you
blame
did this, you
themselves.
Yes.
to
Right.
blame,
Yeah.
you got to blame yourself.
Right.
And nobody in 100 years has said, you know what, y'all, we did wrong.
Right.
You know, and let's do right by Tulsa.
Yeah.
But see, Tulsa should have wanted to do right by Tulsa.
Exactly.
Tulsa shouldn't have wanted. We shouldn't even be dealing with the DOJ. Somebody in 100 years should have been in leadership in Tulsa to say, you know what, y'all, we got to do right by Tulsa so we can be a better city. And I think, in my mind, the best thing that has come out of all of this, and it's not even completed yet, is the beyond apology that
Yeah.
y'all are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only
Yeah.
thing that seemed like it's any traction in all this time,
Yes.
out of all mayors, is GT Bynum, just to be honest.
Yeah.
That's the only thing with any legs to it. And I feel like, I know a lot of people on here, I love y'all too. He had to probably throw Monroe Nichols an alley-oop on it, because if he didn't, there's no way
Oh,
Monroe
no.
could have did it.
No
Right.
way.
If he didn't throw that alley-oop,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he went
Yeah.
in saying, let's do it, I
Yeah.
just, that is
He
shut
had
down.
to start it.
Yeah.
He had to
to
throw
start
him
it.
an
That's
alley-oop.
awesome.
Just,
Yeah.
So
just in
shout
case
out
you
to
guys
GT
don't
on
know,
that.
Willard McCullough was the Tulsa County Sheriff back in 1921.
That sound like
Willard McCullough,
Willard sound
as the
like-
party they're saying is no longer living to be able to charge. So a crime did happen, but the guy who started it all.
Yeah, but to me, it's still the generational wealth that was lost.
The generational wealth that was lost. That's it.
That's what we're asking you to address.
it.
You know, it's not even about even prosecuting a person.
Right.
It's very clear that there was generational wealth lost because of the devastation
Yeah.
that took place in Greenwood.
Because
I think there's a
Because
whole.
here's the ticket. This is just my thought. my thought is somebody got to give up something to acknowledge it, because all the land that the African Americans owned has not been stolen and been built on. So you got to think it's just a lot to be lost. And now, Grandpa did this for us. No, your Grandpa stole it. He didn't do nothing for you, because it's not that long. Check, it's just 100 years. I'm 50.
Right. I mean, and that's the crazy thing about it, is that's what pains me about our nation when we come to issues such as this. Right. We sit here and talk about the wealth gap, but real estate is a direct picture of what that is. And here is a moment in time where you deliberately planned and executed a plan to do what? Take wealth from one group of people in your country. And we're gonna go around in 20, 100 or whatever
and it's the
years,
elephant in the room.
Yeah, and act like, oh, okay,
there.
it happened. That was a bad time in our country, a bad time. But let's focus on the wealth gap. Okay, that is what it is. So I just feel like we need more people in power to make the hard gut decision and say, like, hey, yes, our forefathers made a bad, or did whatever they did, which was detrimental to it was detrimental to our nation. I'm saying these words carefully because they want to act like this is a black issue. Right. There is no black and white issue. We all Americans, and if your weakest link, who you want to try to say, you are as strong as your weakest link. Right. We want to throw that around, but here is an opportunity to strengthen us as a nation. Yeah. Yeah. And it's going to take some reckoning. It's going to take you looking into the mirror. It's going to take you analyzing how we can actually rewrite those wrongs. And if we are a sovereign nation after God, this is biblical. Let's just be real, right? Right? God is a generational God.
On a local level, you have to think about, us getting our first black mayor, and even through his process of getting elected, he could never touch on this reparations thing. Right. It was always a very sensitive subject. Right. And just because of how powerful, those reparations could be for people if they did get them, like Damali said, man, it's a big issue. And they've all danced around.
They don't want to do it.
They danced around it. I mean, they addressed it. Yes, they are for giving back to the community in some way, form, or fashion. But just monetarily cutting checks, no, they'll never do that.
And it's crazy because that's what, what's the book again? What's the name of the book?
You got to hit them in the pocketbook.
What's the name of the book?
The Law of Segregation?
The Law of Color. The Color of Law is a book that talked about how our government created the middle class. So very well what you're talking about, our country did that for white poor people.
Yeah.
Created middle class. Then they started doing redlining and doing everything else to extract wealth out of our black communities. But a lot of GI Bills. My mom told me the other day that my granddad probably died without receiving his the GI housing supplement in Palm Bluff, Arkansas. He built his house with his own hands. Wow. And fought in Vietnam. Wow. And died of a stroke and never ever was able to get qualified for a veteran loan to buy his own house.
But even if they were able to get that, a lot of areas wouldn't even sell to black people.
They wouldn't.
So we're hearing about the fires in California, and one of the neighborhoods is one of the historically black neighborhoods where they would actually sell to black people that was impacted through the fires. So it goes like way back.
Right,
way back.
Like even if you had the money to buy a house, you couldn't because you're black.
California's still on fire.
Yeah,
that's kind of
weeks
crazy.
later.
All right, y'all. We're going to switch gears, but I think, Chuck, what you said, we'll be celebrating Martin Luther King Jr. on Monday, which when he started talking about just that, I believe that's what got him assassinated.
Hey, so Uncle Brian says that the leaders of Tulsa up to G.T. Bynum knew they had relatives in power then that had something to do with the race massacre.
Yeah, that was my point. And it is what it is. And trying to not teach black history won't make that go away.
Yeah.
Either.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so did you guys know that a black woman is making history with the NFL for the Super Bowl? So this is the title. It says, Black woman makes history as the first artist to create a Super Bowl logo and theme art for the NFL. Wow. Queen Taj Williams is a 26-year-old African-American woman from New Orleans, and she's making history as the first artist to design both the Super Bowl logo and its theme art. Her beadwork, which honors the black masking tradition, highlights the rich culture and heritage of New Orleans on a global stage. So it's going to be featured on digital game tickets, official program covers, and large public displays across New Orleans, bringing black artistry to the forefront of the event. So
awesome.
Congratulations, Queen Taj Williams.
Queen.
Amazing.
Yes,
gonna
making
hit this.
history, more history.
All right, we're going to do this Black History Trivia. We got like 5 or 10 minutes.
All right, Black History Trivia. So here's the question one more time.
I better got this right. If I didn't get this right, it's just a setback. It's 2025. I just got in there, man. I really need to get this right on the live, y'all. I just want you to know how I'm feeling.
All right, Black History Trivia. What was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s reward for winning the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964, and where was he when he received the news? Was it A, $5,000 and preaching a sermon? Was it B, $12,683 and on his way to speak in Selma, Alabama?
I think A was the church office.
Was it C, $54,123 and in bed? Or was it D, $30,645 and having dinner with his family? Now, Yoli said A. Charles and Chuck and AJ said B. Uncle Brian and Franchelle said C. JB and Michael and Amber said D. You guys got going once, going twice. And we are going to give you the answer. The answer is C.
Oh, my God.
At the age of 35, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was the youngest man to receive the Nobel Peace Prize. He was told over the phone while in bed, suffering from exhaustion. When notified of his selection, he announced that he would turn over the prize money of $54,123 to the furtherance of the civil rights movement.
Man, remember I said if they gave him the money, he was going to put it into his work. So
He did. You're right. That's what he
good.
did. Beach Queen said B as well. So, Uncle Brian and Franchelle.
No, you ain't got to say that loud. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, that's a lot of energy. That's a lot of energy. That's a lot of energy. Go ahead.
So, Uncle Brian and Franchelle, is that better?
That's because your uncle. Go ahead. In my bloodline. I got it right.
Listen.
What's
So,
up,
Uncle Brian and Franchelle, I've already put your names in the cup. In our News You Can Use cup, and we're shaking it up, and I am going to allow Amber to pull out a name, because whoever wins this drawing is going to get 2 free tickets to Couples and Cocktails in Oklahoma City. So, Amber, let me get up.
Blame it on Amber.
No, don't blame it on me.
I am a guest.
All right.
You want to read the name?
Sure.
And the winner is...
Who was this?
Can you see it?
Let me
Can't
read
read
the
it.
handwriting.
Look, I did.
Is that Michael? Is that...
That would be Michael Brewer.
Michael B.
The Philadelphia
Michael
Eagles
Brewer,
fan.
you are the winner.
Oh, not an Eagles fan.
An Eagles fan.
You want to read? You want to read them
That's
now?
all right.
She said, let her pull again. Hey, look, Franchelle said, come on, Amber Johnson.
My bad, Franchelle. My
Shout
bad.
out to Franchelle. Shout out to Kurt for tuning in.
Congratulations to the Brewers. Yes.
Man, Carla Thomas, welcome to the show.
Yes.
Man, we got bankers on here, so we talking about money, Carla. We giving you a call. Regina, welcome to the show.
Okay.
Kevin Cooper, welcome to the show.
Michael Brewer said yes.
Look at him. Dennis Richmond, welcome to the show. I love all of you. If I didn't get your name, there's so many of y'all on here, but I've been trying, y'all. Congratulations to our friend, our brother, a loyal listener.
Franchelle said, Amber, you're fired.
I'm
Read
fired.
them.
Today,
bad, my
I'll
bad.
put your walking papers together today. All right, y'all stay tuned. Like I say, in 2025, we're going to make sure we getting our gifts. That is going to be great.
Yes, they'll enjoy
going
it.
down to Oklahoma City, they're going to have a good time. VIP style, Michael.
Yes.
VIP style. Wow.
All right, so we'll get with you to get those tickets to you,
Okay.
Michael. All right, so upcoming events, and we got quite a few. So Uganda Missions, we're in need of $1,000 to help complete the roof for a home that we're building in Uganda for a blind villager. If you would like to make a donation, then please feel free to do so. We are also accepting sponsorships for children's education for one school year. It's $250 per student. So if you want to sponsor like 5 kids, that'd be wonderful.
Yep,
But
and you
if
got to
only
know,
wanna
too,
do-
we built a church in Uganda.
Yes.
We built 7 houses. This was the house that we built last year.
Mm-hmm.
But the roof, some kind of way they had to do it with this equipment and stuff, but the guy's blind. We want to try to make that happen.
Yeah, so we want to make that happen. So you can go to world1development.com/Uganda-missions in order to make your donation. The 36th Street North Event Center has dates available. If you're looking for a place to hold your wedding, birthday party, banquet, repast dinner, community event, etc., give us a call at 918-200-9046 to reserve your spot. Black History Saturdays. To sign up, you can go to Facebook at Black History Saturdays. Black History Saturdays 23.carrd.co in order to reserve your spot.
Hold on, Damali. Amber got to make a breakaway because Francia told her get in here now. We're gonna do a quick picture before she takes
Yeah, she in trouble already anyway.
Let's do a selfie right quick.
Yeah.
Amber, thank you so much for coming in.
Yes,
Thank
thanks
you.
for coming in.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
All right.
Be careful.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
All right. See y'all later.
Okay. Love y'all. Okay.
All right. Theater North presents Trouble in Mind. It's a play by Alice Childress and directed by Frank Gallagher. It's going to be premiering on February 15th at 8 o'clock p.m., February 16th at 3 o'clock p.m., February 22nd at 8 o'clock p.m., and February 23rd at 3 o'clock p.m. Our very own Sansa Ray Robbins is going to be in
Sansa
that
Ray
play.
is back.
Exactly.
If you ain't seen her, now I know all the other talents are gifts, but man, Sansa Ray is a piece of work on the stage.
Yes,
we
she
gonna
does
be
a great
there.
job.
We gonna be there.
EduRec is gearing up for its spring break camp. So to sign your child up for the EduRec spring break camp, go to edurectulsa.com/camp. This year, we're adding Black History to the camp. So thank you, Christy Williams, for putting together that curriculum that we're going to be teaching during our during our spring break and summer camp.
Hey, look, and we have some scholarships while they last.
Yes.
So you better be first. Better come on real quick.
Exactly. All right, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, the Phi Beta Zeta chapter, presents Leslie Heights Toure Educational Scholarship. We are awarding a graduating female high school senior in the Tulsa metro area a $1,000 scholarship. You can go to z5btulsa.org/scholarship to apply. The deadline is January 31st, 2025. So make sure you sign up. If you know a high school senior, let everybody know. The 46th annual MLK Parade will take place on January the 20th, 2025 at 11 o'clock a.m. This year's theme is Tulsa, the Dream in Motion.
Yep.
So make sure that you guys are in attendance.
And we gonna be there.
We're going to be
and
there.
It don't supposed to be as cold.
I pray
last
to
year
the
was so
Lord
cold
it's
they
not.
had to cancel it to February.
Man,
so
yeah.
let's show up in big numbers because we have one of the largest MLK parades in the country. Let's have the largest Tulsa. Y'all come out.
Yes. We've been talking about this already, so I won't harp on it, but bingo is going to be happening at the 36th Street North Event Center. It's going to be on the 1st and 3rd Tuesdays starting in February. That date will be February the 4th from 6 o'clock p.m. until 9 o'clock p.m. There's going to be cash prizes, concessions, and more, so get your daubers ready.
Come win your cash money.
The 36th Street North Event Center and J Friday present Love in the Air concert. It's going to be happening February the 14th at 7 o'clock p.m. at the 36th Street North Event Center. It's going to be featuring J Friday, Tiffany Bennett, Joe Dyer, Demetrius Proctor, Sincere Grant, and Kevin Reynolds. Tickets are $30 for singles, $50 for couples. You can give them a call at 918-853-1062 for table reservations. This is a J Friday and 36th Street North Event Center production.
Let's do it.
And finally, Couples and Cocktails, February 14th at 7 o'clock p.m., featuring Keith Washington, Michael Fields Jr., Ben Tanker, Jeremy Jackson, and more. It's going to be at the Reed Conference Center, located at 5665 Tinker Diagonal in Oklahoma City. This is a fundraiser, so they're partying with a purpose. It's a fundraiser benefiting Guardian Care, who is a nonprofit organization that provides transitional services to homeless veterans.
We're going to pull up. That's going to be a great event, y'all.
Yes. All right, birthdays. January 15th, which is today.
Yes.
Miss Linda Jenkins
Happy
and Miss
birthday.
Anna Marie Baker have a birthday. Then January the 19th, Jolie Perdue, our very own Dr. Andre Perdue's wife, is having a birthday.
Can we add one more birthday to that? My youngest daughter is turning sweet 16 on the 20th. So
happy birthday.
To her, Brianna Nicole. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Birthday.
Okay, so don't forget, you can hit us up on any of our social media platforms. That's World One Development, EduRec Youth and Family Fun Center, Fitting Back in Prison Reentry, and the 36th Street North Event Convention Center in addition to NYCU.FM.
Great show, Damali. Great show.
Yes.
JB Smooth. Shout out to Amber and Chuck that came through the building. Thanks for everybody on the live. Still click share. Everybody needs to hear this good information. Damali, happy Founders Day on tomorrow.
Thank you
to
so
you
much.
and all of my sorors around the world.
Yes.
But we got to go, y'all. We love y'all. It's been good. Final thought, DJ JB Smooth.
Man, keep staying sucker free out there. Let's go. It's 2025. Let's go.
Damali, final thought for you people?
Final thought, congratulations to Michael Brewer on winning those tickets. And you guys just be safe, love each other, and make sure that you stand on top of your business.
Right.
Your BIZ.
And my final thought is that as a country, let's keep coming together, y'all. Because what happened 100 years ago don't really have nothing to do with us right now, other than the decisions we make day to day and the things that we can control to make a better world for us and all of our next generation.
Yep.
Spread more love and less hate. Please consider donating to Eating Media Services to help our community radio continue to stay on the air. You can send your donation made payable to Eating Media Services 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D. We moved on up y'all Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74106. This has been News You Can Use. I'm one of your hosts, Mr. Charles Harper.
And I'm Damali Wilson.
And we are live every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., so make sure you tune in.
And if you would like to advertise any of your events or upcoming showcases or whatever the case may be, anything you got going on, make sure you inbox us to promote your events, business, anything. Inbox us on Facebook at World One Development. That's at World One Development on all social media. This has been World One Development's News You Can Use with your hosts, Mr. Charles Harper and Damali Wilson. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program belong solely to the host and their guests, and not necessarily to this station, organization, committee, or other groups or individuals associated with Kbob 89.9, Eating Media Services, NYCU.FM, and World One Development's News You Can Use. Y'all have a great day. We'll see y'all next time.
Love y'all. Congratulations, Michael.
Yes.
Don't wear no Eagles jacket to the cocktail.
You already know.
Hey, what's up, Big Shirley? Hey, Aunt Ethel. What's up, Uncle Willie? I'm headed to bingo night. That's right. Bingo night at the 36th Street North Event Center. It's going down, baby. It's going down in a major way. Every Tuesday, the first and third Tuesdays, you know where you can find me at. I'm going to be at the 36th Street North Event Center, Big Shirley. And Aunt Ethel's going to be there, too. And the tax is cheap, and the money's big. I'm talking big, big. The win is big. Hey, it's smoke free. I ain't got to worry about all that smoke. They got concessions and they got food available. So meet me at bingo night. Bingo night, the first and third Tuesdays, 36th Street North Event Center. And I think they're gonna have NYCU.FM there too. You know it's gonna be good, girl. I see you there. Bingo night. Bingo! Bingo!